Over the years, your ears have heard from different voices, and to a certain degree, well, they have inspired your choices. And behind different voices, there will always be different vices, plotting or inspiring diverse devices, mixing you up like a meal with different spices. So I got up this morning and I thought, well, since they're all speaking, why don't I also add on to the plot? You see, behind what they all spoke is an agenda, successful or one that leads to a fault, and the determinant of that factor is always the one behind the thought. But before I get into the nitty-gritties of life, I just want to bring something to your attention. You see, without one constant, everything is simply relative, and if everything is relative, then everything is subject to how much an individual can be creative. And then anyone that purports to be an authority is simply subjective. The beauty, however, is that life does have a constant, a definitive authority who created all things in an instant, and because he alone is the constant, then everything else must conform to his standard. And since that's the case, then, well, I'd say you are to be defined by his grace. For without his grace, you don't deserve to be even defined, not even as a mess. So benevolent or malevolent, peaceful or violent, if their thoughts don't align with his, then they are simply impotent. I saw you once and you were just another girl going to and fro in life. I didn't much care, I doubt I'd have mourned even if you were pierced through with a knife. I was at the time oblivious to your strife. But how could I be aware, being preoccupied with my own life? But he stopped me in my tracks and he said, look beyond the sparks. Can't you see that the one that I died for is surrounded by sharks? I want you to go there and put an end to the attacks. But I knew from experience that fighting other people's battles is only a temporary solution, for the vanquished foe always comes back in retaliation. Such was my resolution, till he gave me the revelation. She is strong, he said. She is wise, she is mighty, she is powerful. There is a leader, there is a mother, there is a queen, and she is beautiful. Now remember that I said that the thoughts that don't align with his are important. So I guess I tuned into his frequency and had my opinion of you imported. I think you are wise, you are strong, you are mighty, you are powerful, you're a leader, you're a mother, you are a queen, and you're beautiful. So here's a few words from your old man. Life is meant to be lived, my child, to be enjoyed when it's good, and to be reshaped when it's wild. And when it's wild, you can always run to me, my child. My father told me, as I now tell you, people's opinions are like hair. Everyone has them, but no one created for you to be their anthem. You are not created to prove a point, but one, and that is that God is God, and besides him there is none. So always remember these words from your old man. I love you, my child. I love you to infinity and beyond.